Okay, I just want to make this quick video for my students because I'm getting a lot of interesting reactions to um, my online class. I'm hearing it's different from your other online classes. There's a reason for that. It has to do with my philosophy as a teacher. Um, what your other teachers are doing is they're giving you a lot of busy work and a lot of small assignments. So you have like a quiz, and twice a week you got to take a quiz to prove you did the reading, or you gotta, they like to make you do a million small assignments, and then if you don't do them, they punish you. And they're like, oh, you have to take this quiz, but you only have to take it between these hours and these hours on this day, and if the week is over, there's no makeup quizzes. There, I By the way, I don't think they're idiots. The teachers that are doing that to you are not stupid. I understand why they're doing that. They're doing it because students are used to only doing work if you kind of kick their ass a little. You got to like scare them. Like, oh, you'll fail. Oh, here's a quiz. Oh, you missed the quiz. Oh, there's no makeups on the quiz. Don't be late next time. It's a way of controlling people. It works. It really does work. High school is mandatory. And so students are used to the idea of teachers treating them like they're idiots and treating them like they're not going to. Did you do the reading? I don't believe you. Prove it with this quiz. I get why they do that. It's successful. If the teachers scare you every week, then you're more likely to do the coursework, which means you're more likely to complete the class with a grade and not fail, and you're more likely to graduate. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to raise the graduation rate and help you get through the class. It does work. The problem with it is it works to get you through the class, and it works to get you the degree. But I don't think school is about the papers. I don't think school is about the grades, and I don't think school is about the degree. School should be about learning. And the problem is telling people to read something and then giving them a quiz and lowering their grade when they can't prove that they read it with a quiz it does help them to pass the class, but it makes them hate learning, and I don't want to do that to you. I think this should be something. I don't think it's about. I know people are like, look, I want the grade so I can get the degree, so I can get a job, so I can get money. And that's fine. I totally understand that. I'm not like against that or anything, but there's more to education than money. There's a reason to learn things, and learning should be enjoyable. You're growing as a person, and I know I shouldn't say this, and it's stupid, but it enlarges your soul. It makes you bigger. It doesn't make you better, by the way. Some people think education makes you better. It doesn't. Education, there's a lot of horrible assholes who are extremely well educated. I'm sure you've met some of them. They're your professors. But the point is that I think there should be more to it than that. And so what I like to do is leave you alone. And I go, look, that's why however many I give you the minimum amount of assignments with the minimum page number on it. So they were like, okay, participation's got to be 20%. So I did that, and I had the substantial comments on the board. So you got to go to the discussion boards. A lot of teachers have a deadline. You must comment on the discussion board by such and such a date. And if you don't do it, you get in trouble. I don't do that. I'm like, okay, obviously you have to tell me you exist so I can fill out that form on the 15th, which I did. But I'm not bothering you about it. My way, I think, lets you choose your own pace. It lets you do what you want to do. The problem is that if you have to choose to do it yourself. I'm not going to scare you into doing it. I'm not going to punish you into doing it. I'm not going to yell at you into doing it. You have to choose to do it. Because the thing is high school was sort of mandatory, but college is optional. You don't have to do college if you don't want to. I know your mom's maybe yelling at you, but like you don't have to do that. You can not go to college. It's fine. I'm trying to help people transition from high school to college, to learning being required, to learning being something teachers making you learn versus you wanting to learn. And so I tend to leave people alone. This is good because it lets you do things at your own pace, and it lets you're in the driver's seat, you're in control. But it's bad also because it means that if you don't actually do these things that I'm recommending, not requiring, you're going to fall behind, and you're more likely not to pass. So it's possible. And what I've learned is that online teaching seems like you really got to kick a lot of ass to force people to do it online because it's online. When it was in person, you would go and I would have an in-class essay. Oh shit, I didn't even know there was an in-class essay. Well, you're doing it, and then you'd probably pass. But online, without me scaring you, a lot of people they just won't log on to class for like weeks because there's no punishment for it. But then when they get there weeks later, they're so far behind. It's too late to catch up. And so That's why I have designed, but I designed the class because I want to encourage freedom and I want to encourage you. I want you to want to come here and do this. And if you don't want to, I'm not going to, you probably won't pass the class, but I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to humiliate you. I'm not going to fight with you. But I created it like this for a reason, because a lot of your teachers they prefer control over freedom. And they would rather control you and have a higher graduation rate. I would rather give you freedom with a lower graduation rate, because I think if you're free, you might enjoy learning more and you'll be smarter. Because I'm trying to make you smarter. I don't care about the graduation rate numbers, and grades are for bureaucrats. It's something that people in suits want to look at your grades. They look at your grades and they're like, I know what this person's like as a person. No, you don't. You all know smart people that get bad grades. You all know dumb people that get good grades. What the fuck are grades? It's something for bureaucrats to deal with. And again, I'm going to grade you. I'm going to grade you fairly, but I'm not going to harass you about it, because it's not the focus of the course. The focus of the course should be learning. Now, I'm still not going to pass you if you don't do the work. You got to do the stuff. But it's designed like this for a reason. And I just wanted to say that's my philosophy as a professor, because many of you have written me panicked emails being like, I feel like I'm missing assignments. I feel like I'm missing deadlines. What do I have to do? Because your other teachers are making you do a million things, and I don't do that. Now I've told you why. You have to choose to be here. You have to log on because you want to, and you have to do the work, watch the videos because you want to, and you have to do the work because you want to. And if you don't want to, you probably won't pass. But I'm not going to yell at you because you're adults and I'm not your dad. Okay, I think that's the end of that. Except I will put, and if you're not in film class, you can turn the video off now. If you are in film class, I'm going to say a little bit more. Film class, my other classes, now I'm talking just to my film class students. My other students are, I have a lot of students studying things like Shakespeare, studying things like Plato. Shakespeare and Plato are tough. And so when I do the videos, I essentially read Shakespeare to them. I read Plato to them and then I discuss it. So they get both the reading and the discussion at the same time. Film class, though, students, basically most of my students can't read Plato without me and they can't read Shakespeare without me. But film class is tough, because in film class, you can watch the movies without me. And so you're like, why do I need the lectures? I'm just going to watch the movies. And then that's class. But lectures are the class. That's where you learn about. Watching movies isn't getting an education. You can just watch a pile of movies, but unless you understand how they work and what they're doing and how it all goes, you're not really learning anything. You're being entertained. Maybe badly entertained if you think the movies are boring, but it's just entertainment. You have to do analysis to get smart. And the analysis is happening in the lectures. Now, I realize it's exhausting because you got to watch a 2-hour movie and you got to watch a 90-minute lecture. But yeah, that's the class. That's what learning about film looks like. I don't have a way of making you do this, and I'm making you feel guilty. It's like almost, I've been guilt tripping some of you guys, and that's almost too much for me. I just want to leave you alone. But the whole concept of film class is you got to watch the lectures. Now, I don't know what to tell you about that. Watch them on your phone. I mean, mostly it's me talking. You probably don't have to look at my face. You could just put headphones in and walk around the house and clean and do other things. So, treat it like a podcast, maybe. I just put my face on there. I think it helps to connect with people. But you got the film class. Class isn't reading the textbook. Class is analyzing the things you're reading. Film class seems like it should be about the films, but it's about analyzing the films. And you're not going to know how to do that unless you watch the lectures. Also, I'm really good at talking about movies. I'm doing some of the best work of my career in these film videos. So please watch them. Because I'm working really hard in the woods getting bitten by mosquitoes so I can teach you guys about things. Anyway, I'm not going to guilt trip you anymore. College is voluntary. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But please, if you do watch the videos, let me know something in the video you liked, so at least I feel like I'm not making these for the fucking trees. I love you all. I want you to win. I am rooting for all of you.